What more would you have me do? Tell me! Please! Tell me!
The heavens do not speak to you anymore.
Are you all right, my dearest?
Yes, Slushy. Thanks to that horseman, he saved my life.
Is that true?
Yo, you action figure enthusiasts out there, JC here, and welcome to a Friday edition of TNI News. And let's start off with a little bit of Masters of the Universe news. So this morning we kicked off the first week of the Target Summer Geek-Out event for 2023. And while I think a lot of people were expecting things to kick off with NECA and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle products, that is not what we got. And remember, when I talked about this the other day, I mentioned that it was by no means guaranteed that NECA stuff was going to be going up, and I'd even mentioned how somebody from NECA had suggested that they didn't think it was going to be NECA stuff this week. And so turns out they were correct. The stuff that did go up today was for Mattel and Masters of the Universe. We had 2 new Masterverse figures go up for pre-order, and then Origins 3-pack. Now, all of these are ones that we had seen a couple of months ago, images released a couple months ago. Now, the Whiplash figure, which I've talked about before, Big Bad Toy Store actually started putting this up for pre-order a couple of weeks ago. Target had first dibs on it, but hadn't taken advantage of it until now, at least. But, it's not a Target store exclusive. Now, Target, while it is now finally available for pre-order on the website, is listing it with a July 30th release date. So, these might start showing up at physical stores. They usually do before the website starts to ship things. But, I don't know how many physical Target stores are going to carry these, but we'll just have to see. But Whiplash, and then the other one is that Deluxe New Adventures slush head figure. So that one is also available for pre-order. That one is not listed to ship until October. And then finally we have the Sunman 3-pack, that new Sunman 3-pack, again, that we saw a couple of months ago, that features Zapman, Kickto, and Micro Laser. So that is the new Sunman 3-pack. And again, that's part of the Origins line. So if you want to add any of those to your collection, again, they are all 3 available for pre-order on the Target website. Now, the Sunman 3-pack and the Slush Head are Target store exclusives. So if you want to get those, you will have to get them from Target. The Whiplash, however, is not. That will be available everywhere. And like I said, Big Bad Toy Store already set up for pre-order. And I think they have the same type of release date listed for it sometime in July. Now, as far as the NECA stuff, when will we see NECA stuff? I don't know. I don't know what next week will be. There are a lot of placeholder links for a lot of that NECA stuff on the Target website. So, or placeholder pages, I should say. So, I would suspect they will be available at some point, but we'll just have to wait and see. And, of course, you can keep checking your physical stores because they seem to be showing up in fairly decent numbers, at least at some Targets, at the physical stores, that new Ultimate April and those. So, again, they probably, I won't say 100%, but almost likely will eventually go up online. But for now, just keep checking your local Target. Mondo has been teasing a new Skeletor figure, which looks like it's going to be a deluxe type figure like they did with He-Man, that's going to come with like different harnesses and stuff to recreate the various types of Skeletor figures that were released back in the day by Mattel. So again, they did the same thing with He-Man. So far we've only got these 2 images, these preview images. We're supposed to be getting more details on this figure. I assume it's even probably going to go up for pre-order on the Mondo website sometime today. As I'm filming this video, that has not yet happened. So when that does happen, we'll have information up on Toy News International, and then I'll probably be talking about this figure again on Monday. If you're a Darkwing Duck fan, there's a new 2-pack that is now available for pre-order at places like our sponsor Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. This is from Diamond Select Toys. I've talked about these before. Diamond Select had previewed these a while back. These are listed as 5-inch scale figures. They do seem to have fairly minimal articulation. You will get things like interchangeable heads. The hats are removable, things like that. And as I said, this is a 2-pack with Darkwing Duck himself and Negaduck. Switching over to Marvel, so this week we got a new preview for the upcoming SH Figuarts Tamashii Nation Spider-Man in the red and blue outfit that he wore at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home, so kind of the classic type comic book outfit. This is, again, an SH Figuarts figure. No other details other than this preview image, but hopefully we will be getting more information soon. And then on Marvel Legends, I don't have a whole lot for you today. That Target exclusive Scarlet Witch from the Multiverse of Madness did go up for pre-order yesterday. It is still currently available last time I checked. And then don't forget that next week will be that Venom 2-pack that we got revealed earlier this week. And then as far as when we might see the next mainline Marvel Legend pre-order, it looks like that's going to be on June 27th. I don't know what it's going to be, but our sponsor Entertainment Earth on their pre-order drop page does have something Marvel Legend related going up for pre-order at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, again on June 27th. And the last thing I have for you in Marvel Legends is it does not look like we're going to be getting a live stream from Hasbro anytime soon online. Looks like the next event where they'll be showing off a lot of new product and such will be at San Diego Comic-Con, where they'll have a panel, but they will not live stream the panel themselves. Other folks who are attending likely will. They did last year. Folks like MCU Collector, he live streamed the San Diego Comic-Con panel last year, so I would suspect that will happen again. But don't expect a Marvel Legend live stream this month or even in July. It looks like they're going to be holding most of their next big thing of reveals until the actual San Diego Comic-Con event. Okay, then let's jump back into Tamashii Nations and the SH Figuarts line. So yesterday we got this, somewhat strange reveal. You don't usually see Tamashii Nations do a lot of musician-type action figures, but this one is based on JK, an English singer, I believe. I'm not really that familiar with them. Won some awards, MTV Music Awards back in 1997. I'm more of an 80s guy, so I keep it to the 80s station. But anyway, he's got a pretty weird looking hat, though. I'm told that he doesn't actually really dress like this anymore. I guess this was his 90s look. This is based on his video, Virtual Insanity. So, I don't know how many people were really looking for a figure of this guy, but if you were, it is available for pre-order. You can get it at places like Big Bad Toy Store, and the release date is listed as November of this year. Okay, and then we have some new Dragon Ball Z reveals, so I'm definitely going to butcher probably these names, as I always do, so just bear with me. But we've got a new Yamcha, I guess is how you say it. Maybe, I don't know. Earth's Foremost Fighter. It's listed as an exclusive figure. Now, this one is available for pre-order at our sponsor, Big Bad Toy Store, with a cost of $115, slated for release in March of next year. You're going to get 3 pairs of hands, 3 face parts, and the Android 20 arm part. So, as I say, this one is available for pre-order now at our sponsor, Big Bad Toy Store. And then finally, we have 4 new figures that were announced to be San Diego Comic-Con exclusives from Tamashii Nations. I imagine these will be made available online in some way as well. But again, they are listed as San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, which of course takes place next month. So we've got an SH Figuarts Raditz and Son Gohan kid. And again, if I butcher these names, I apologize. We've got SH Figuarts Majin Vegeta. We've got a Figuarts Zero Extra Battle Super Saiyan Gogeta. And then finally, we've got the SH Figuarts Super Saiyan Son Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Son Gohan. So, as I say, all of those are listed as San Diego Comic-Con exclusives. When more details become available on how exactly you'll be able to buy them and whether you'll be able to buy them online and things like that, I'll be sure to let you guys know. Hot Toys has released a preview image for their 1/6 scale Flash movie Supergirl figure. So right now this is the only thing that we have for this, but I suspect we'll be getting more details soon, especially since the movie is hitting theaters this weekend. And then Beast Kingdom is doing 8-inch scale figures from the Flash movie. They're doing both Flash and then the Michael Keaton Batman. And these are both available for pre-order now at places like our sponsors Big Bad Toy Store. The cost of these are $59.99 and they're slated for release next month. Now let's keep it with DC, and yesterday going up for pre-order were those Entertainment Earth exclusive Blacklight Joker and Scarecrow figures. Now as I'm filming this today, the online pre-orders for both of these figures have sold out. Now these will be offered at the San Diego Comic-Con convention next month. These are technically being listed as San Diego Comic-Con exclusives. And so if you're attending the convention, you'll likely get another shot at these. Whether any more of these will be made available online after the convention, it is not entirely known. Each of these figures costs $29.99. And what's kind of cool and unique about these is they actually include little display stands with lights. So, you know, they kind of glow in the dark with the black light. So they've actually included a little light stand for these figures. So that was kind of a cool extra little touch. But as I say, right now at least, the pre-orders, the online pre-orders for these two figures on Entertainment Earth, they were limited to 3,000 each, has sold out. Okay, and then also from McFarlane Toys, I just wanted to share a new batch of product listings from overseas retailers. These, of course, have not been officially confirmed by McFarlane Toys at this time, so we will treat them as rumor until they do that. But some interesting stuff here. So we've got more DC stuff, plus what looks like the first waves from the upcoming Diablo 4 and the World of Warcraft figures. You know, I mentioned the other week that McFarlane had announced that they had struck a licensing deal with Blizzard Entertainment and would be doing figures from these games. So it looks like we have listings for the first waves for both of those. But let's start off with the DC stuff. So we've got what looks like a new Firestorm figure along with Hawkman. The Firestorm is based on Crisis on Infinity Earth. The Hawkman is listed from 0 Hour. We're getting a new Sinestro figure listed from the Sinestro Core War. We're getting a new Alan Scott Green Lantern figure from Day of Vengeance. We are getting an Abyss from Batman vs. Abyss. We are getting a new Mega Figure 2-pack. Well, one of the figures is a Mega Figure with Doomsday versus Superman. It was just like a few days ago, somebody, I don't even remember where it was, but somebody had asked me if I'd seen any indication that we were going to be getting a comic book Doomsday figure in the Multiverse line. And at that time, I had not seen anything, but now it does appear we are, again, being released as a 2-pack, but I wouldn't be surprised if we also get a single release of Doomsday in the fairly near future as well. So that one is one I imagine people are going to be looking out for. And then we're getting a new Wave Rider figure, which is listed as a gold label figure, which means it'll be some type of store exclusive here in the United States. I don't know which store. A Midnighter figure, also listed as a gold label figure. We've got another Aquaman 2 movie figure, Aquaman in his stealth suit, and that's also listed as a gold label figure. Then we've got what is listed as essentially a new wave of DC Page Puncher figures. So figures with comics, and the characters in the wave will be based on however they appear in the comic, a unique comic to the figures. So this is a Superman themed wave, which is listing a Ghost of Zod. I'm not sure what that is. A Brainiac figure, an Earth 2 Superman figure. And so, you know, definitely those should be kind of interesting to see how those turn out. We're getting a new, what is listed as a 6-inch Batman the Animated Series Alfred figure. So this makes me think, since it's 6-inch, this might just be a reissue of the one DC Collectibles did a couple years ago in the Batcave playset. So if you missed out on getting that playset and you wanted the Alfred, I'm thinking you might get another shot at that. I don't know that for sure, but that is my suspicion there. And then we're getting another accessory set number 3. So a lot of interesting DC stuff there. And then, as I said, for the upcoming video game licenses that McFarlane recently announced, starting with Diablo 4. Now, I've not played these games. I'm not familiar with these characters, but I'm just going to read them. However, I want to note here that each of these figures seem to have 3 different versions being released. So one is listed as rare, which I'm assuming is going to be some type of chase or something. Then one is epic. So I don't know what epic means. That's a new phrase used with action figure listings. I don't know if it's something specific to video games, because both the Diablo and the World of Warcraft figures have these listings. And it's the same for both franchises, where each character looks like it's going to get 3 different versions. So again, rare, epic, and then there's nothing, which I assume means it's just a regular release figure. But for the Diablo 4 line, it looks like we are going to be getting, and these are listed as 6-inch figures, not 7-inch. So, usually the McFarlane stuff is 7-inch, but these video game figures look like they're going to be done in 6-inch scale. So I don't know if that's considered good or bad, but there you go. So for the Diablo 4, we've got a sorceress, a necromancer, a druid, a barbarian, and then as a 12-inch probably statue-like figure, we're getting a blood bishop. And then for World of Warcraft, we've got an undead priest warlock figure, an orc shaman warrior figure, a night elf druid rogue figure, and a human paladin warrior figure. So as I say, each of those have 3 different versions: the epic, the rare, and the regular. And again, for both video game lines, the figures are being listed as 6-inch, not 7-inch. And we'll probably get our first look at these, I'm thinking probably next month around San Diego Comic-Con time. Okay, and then finally for today, we're going to end with G.I. Joe. So I talked about this last night in my live stream, but just in case you didn't watch that. So this week we got the first stretch goal for the G.I. Joe Haslab Dragonfly campaign unlocked. It unlocked at 13,000 subscribers. It unlocked on Wednesday night. So that Night Force Ripcord figure will now be included if you decide to back this campaign. It will 100% be included along with the helicopter and the Wild Bill figure. So we're guaranteed to at least get 2 action figures with this campaign. Now, the second stretch goal, which will be unlocked if the campaign gets to 16,000 backers, was announced yesterday. It is based on the character Jane Glenda Mulligan, which in the original 3 3/4-inch G.I. Joe line was an overseas exclusive figure released in places like Argentina. This figure was never released in the United States. This figure was just a repaint of the original Scarlet figure. That's why it looks very much like Scarlet. That's why everybody thinks that Hasbro will be using this mold for this Glenda figure in the main line for a new updated classic like Scarlet, which I would say is probably a good bet. But, this figure, this Glenda figure, even has like the throwing stars on her glove, just like Scarlet did. The original Glenda figure also had that, probably because back then Hasbro was too lazy to remove it, but they kept it true to the original figure by keeping it on this one. You get the head sculpt with the helmet. You get a gun, a laser gun that looks very much like what Flash, the laser specialist Flash, uses. That is the same rifle that Flash uses. So that might be a hint that we are going to be getting a Flash figure in the line fairly soon. There's a harness piece that's removable that you can use on other figures as well. I would say this figure, also this head sculpt with the blonde hair might work nicely with your CoverGirl. If you don't like that CoverGirl head sculpt, or you prefer your CoverGirl to be blonde, this might be a good head sculpt to use on that as well. So as I'm filming this video, the campaign is currently sitting at 13,367 backers. And again, the Glenda figure will not be included unless the campaign reaches 16,000 by July 17th. So I think there's probably a decent chance that we'll get to 16,000 before the end of the campaign, but it has been moving much slower than when this campaign has been moving much slower than when it first started, and I didn't see like a huge boost come off of this Glenda reveal yesterday. So it's really hard to call But the third stretch goal won't be included until we get to 19,000 backers. And to me right now, the way the campaign is moving, I feel like that figure is much more in doubt. And we probably won't even know what that figure is until, or if we get to the 16,000 and unlock the Glenda figure. Now, myself, and I think a lot of people think the third stretch goal is going to be an Airborne figure, but that is by no means confirmed. That's more speculation than anything. Airborne was featured on the box art of the original Dragonfly toy. These stretch goals are following very similar to what they did with 3 3/4 inch Sky Striker, where we got the pilot of the Sky Striker, which was Ace. In this case, it's Wild Bill. But then we got, while it wasn't technically listed as Glenda, we got a Scarlet figure with the Sky Striker that was wearing a very similar blue flight suit like this figure. And then we got also a Night Force Ripcord with that Sky Striker, which of course we've gotten here as well. So the final figure that came with the Sky Striker was the co-pilot that was featured on the box art of the Sky Striker, which actually never got its own figure in the original line. But here, again, it makes sense that the figure that was featured on the box art of the Dragonfly was Airborne, which was released in the line, though as a separate figure. It was not included with the original Dragonfly, but he was featured on the box art. So that's kind of why I feel like it's going to be Airborne that is the third stretch goal, but we just won't know. I don't think Hasbro will reveal the third stretch goal early. I wish they would, but I don't think they will until we get to the 16,000 backers. So we'll just have to keep watching it. Like I said, right now it's sitting at 13,367. Next week I'll update you and we'll see where we are at that point. Okay, so that's it for today. As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts on everything I talked about down in the comments section below. Do you think the Haslab campaign will get to 16,000 backers? Do you think it will get to 19,000 backers? Have you backed the Haslab campaign? Are you not going to back it? Or are you going to wait and see if or what the third stretch goal is? Let me know again down in the comments section below. Like this video, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe and hit that bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. Also, if you found the information in this video useful and you think it will be useful to your fellow collectors, please feel free to share it at whatever social media platforms that you hang out. As always, guys, stay safe out there. Have a great weekend, and until next time, I'll catch you later.
Hey, thanks for watching today's video, and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. And be sure to head over to the Toy News International and Marvelous News Message Boards communities. It's a great place to talk toys and win cool contests like $100 store credits to Big Bad Toy Store. And remember, action figures are great.